Assalamualaikum and hello. We are going to focus about covalent bond. The introduction for this one, we know that usually people will share the information and other things so that it can benefit themselves. Same goes for atoms. For example, hydrogen. Hydrogen also shares something. What do they share and why? So this is how I want to show you the formation of covalent bond. Covalent bond form when one or more pairs of valence electrons are shared by the bonded atoms, so that each atoms yang berkongsi tersebut achieves noble gas configuration. For example, I have two hydrogen atoms here with each of them one dot symbol because the valence electron for hydrogen is 1, and you have two hydrogen atoms, so you put plus in the middle of them. They will share between two of them to form a covalent bond with two electrons between each of them. Another way kita write adalah satu garis. Dan satu garis ini bermaksud dua electrons. You have to understand, atoms apart from hydrogen tends to form bonds until it achieve 8 valence electrons in their valence orbital. However, you can sometimes see that lone pairs around the atomic symbol. These lone pairs are pairs of valence electrons that are not involved in covalent bond formation. Kalau kita faham covalent bond, kita illustrate dengan dua dot yang share between two atoms ataupun satu baris macam ni. Awak akan faham dengan lebih lanjut tentang this part after this. So kita kena faham, covalent bond forms different types. Dia ada 3. Single bonds, double bonds and triple bonds. So macam mana kita nak faham for this part? Let's go one by one. For example, I have HCl. H adalah non-metal and Cl adalah non-metal. We understand from the previous video, covalent bond form between two non-metals. That is why H and Cl will share a pair of electrons. A pair maksudnya dua electrons. So you can see this is the covalent bond between hydrogen and Cl atom. Dan dua elektron ini bermaksud a pair of electron, satu pasang. Now let's focus with single bond. Single bond is covalent bond formed when two atoms share a pair of electron. Kita akan represent single bond as a dash between two atoms. And single bond is made up of one sigma bond. So ini adalah istilah lagi satu, kita akan belajar the new thing, sigma bond. For example, kita ada HCl dan HF. So now let's see single bonds. They share a pair of electrons between two atoms. Kita ada fluorine, 7 valence electron, with another fluorine. So each of them will share between themselves 1 electron each. So you can see that ada dua dekat tengah ni. So ini adalah di mana 7 valence electrons for fluorine, for each of them akan share between themselves to achieve octet configuration, 8 electrons. So this is how you want to draw the Lewis structure for F2. Ataupun this is how you want to show the formation of covalent bond. Now you can see that two atoms share one pair of electrons. Dan dia menghasilkan one sigma bond. So dekat mana tu sigma bond? Di sini, di tengah-tengah sini. So kalau saya illustrate another diagram, you can see that this is the single covalent bond. Satu sahaja covalent bond, ataupun kita boleh draw another picture for the same atoms sharing as this one. You can see that ini adalah single covalent bond yang terhasil between two electrons yang fluorine share between themselves. And you can see that the rest of the dots around them adalah lone pairs. Inilah yang saya masukkan lone pairs, di mana electrons yang tidak terlibat dalam formation of covalent bond. Dia hanya berada di sekeliling atom tersebut. Let's go to understand about the Lewis structure for water. So kita ada hydrogen plus oxygen plus another hydrogen atom. So each of them, kita tahu hydrogen ada 1 valence electron and oxygen ada 6 valence electrons. So how the electron sharing between them, kita akan hasilkan H2O di mana 1 hydrogen atom akan share with 1 oxygen and dia akan decouple ataupun close them together side by side with 2 hydrogen atoms around oxygen atom. So you can see that oxygen achieve octet configuration. However, hydrogen dia achieve 2 valence electrons bila dia share, so hydrogen achieve duplet configuration. Or another way, kita boleh write as satu baris ataupun satu dash like this picture to show the single covalent bonds between oxygen and hydrogen atoms. Settle for single bond. Now we focus with double bond. Double bond is still a covalent bond formed when 2 atoms share 2 pairs of electrons. So maknanya kita akan represent by using double dash between 2 atoms. And the double bond is made up as sigma bond and pi bond. Maknanya dash yang pertama adalah sigma, dash yang kedua adalah pi bond. For example, I have oxygen molecule. So macam mana kita nak show the formation of covalent bond between 2 oxygen molecule? I have 1 oxygen here and another oxygen atoms. Each of them got 6 valence electrons. It will form the sharing of electrons between themselves. They will share 2 pairs of electrons just like this picture. So you can see that 6 valence electrons, 6 valence electrons. Hence, when sharing the 2 pairs of electrons, they achieve octet configuration. So this is how you want to show the Lewis structure for oxygen. So 2 atoms share 2 pairs of electrons and they make up 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. So kalau lihat dekat sini, another example saya ada adalah CO2. So CO2, dia share 2 pairs of electrons between carbon and oxygen. So you can see that carbon achieve octet configuration 8 valence electrons. Same goes with oxygen sebelah kanan dan same goes with oxygen sebelah kiri. So you can see that ada 2 double bond at the right and at the left of carbon atoms. So carbon atom kita sekarang this case adalah central atom. Another way to show the covalent bonds dalam case ini adalah di mana awak boleh guna this illustration. And you can see that both of these are double bonds between carbon atom and oxygen atoms. So macam mana saya nak illustrate which one is pi bond, which one is sigma bond? Saya boleh write the first one is sigma bond, the second one is pi bond. Same goes at the right side, sigma bond and pi bond. Settle for double bond. Now we go for triple bond. So triple bond is still a covalent bond formed when 2 atoms share 3 pairs of electron dan kita akan gunakan simbol triple dash between 2 atoms tersebut. Triple bond is made up of 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds. For example, saya ada nitrogen molecule. You can see the formation of nitrogen molecules by sharing 3 pairs of electrons. Saya ada nitrogen, 2 of them, and then they will share 3 pairs of electrons. Maknanya 6 electrons berada di tengah-tengah antara 2 nitrogen atoms dan selebihnya akan berada di sekeliling nitrogen. So you take a look here, 5 valence electrons, 5 valence electrons. However, bila dia share 3 pairs of electrons, each nitrogen akan dapat 8 valence electrons. So this is how you want to show the Lewis structure for N2. Another way, you can write it down as N, triple bond, N. And don't forget, you got lone pair di setiap nitrogen atom. So this is how 2 atoms share 3 pairs of electrons and it made up of 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bond. Dalam kes ini, awak boleh nampak N2 molecule. Kita boleh draw with this diagram as well. And you can see that each nitrogen got 8 valence electrons after achieve the octet configuration and triple bond form. So triple bond ini adalah covalent bond between 2 nitrogen atoms, as you see in this picture. So macam mana saya nak label sigma and pi bond? First line adalah sigma, second line adalah pi, and the third line adalah pi. To make it very easy for you, sigma, pi, pi. Itu cara kita nak label. Now we go for last example. Example 13. How you want to show the covalent bond in AlCl3. So, kita masih akan gunakan step yang sama, tapi dalam kes ini, awak nak show covalent bond, electron sharing between 1 aluminium atom and 3 chlorine atoms. So, no matter what, write the electronic configuration first. For aluminium, you got Al13, which will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s, 2, 3p1. And after that, chlorine, you have 17. So it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. After that, tentukan VEC. I have VEC for aluminium, 3s2, 3p1, and VEC for chlorine, 3s2, 3p5. So dalam setiap VEC, saya ada 3 valence electrons untuk aluminium and 7 valence electrons for Cl. So saya harap from now on, at least try to memorize element yang common one, the valence electrons. So you boleh jimatkan masa instead of writing the full electronic configuration. So let's get back to the question. Show the Lewis dot symbol for aluminium and chlorine. So you have 1 aluminium atom with 3 dot symbols because 3 valence electrons. And after that you have chlorine with 7 cross symbols around its atom. Dan kita faham kat sini, chlorine daripada chemical formula dia ada 3. So saya tambah 3 dekat depan as a coefficient. So how I want to share the formation of covalent bond between aluminium and chlorine? Saya faham aluminium akan share with 3 chlorine atoms between themselves. So saya akan show the formation of aluminium with 3 chlorine atoms around it. So inilah yang saya maksudkan dengan formation of covalent bond, a pair of electron. So maknanya awak nampak ada satu dot dan satu cross berkongsi antara chlorine atom dan aluminium atom. Another way you can also draw the structure as Al with each single bond around it. But don't forget to write the cross symbol for each chlorine atoms. For now, at least you should understand how the formation of covalent bond happen or form between aluminium and chlorine. I will explain more kenapa aluminium, kenapa dia boleh achieve stability dan we leave it as like this one. Kita akan explain more in the next video. Please complete the formation of covalent bond in CH4 by using the steps that I've taught you before. So that's it for this video. All the best. Bye.